All right, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Escape by Night, 1937. Not to be confused with Escape by Night, 1953. Escape by Night, also known as Fool's Paradise, is a 1937 U.S. film directed by Hamilton McFadden and starring William Hall and Ann Nagel. It was written by Harold Shoemate. I'm giving it 2 out of 5 stars. I thought it was kind of a boring redemption type movie. A bunch of mugs they work on a farm and they magically become uh, servants of God or something. They're like completely changed. Members of the Capper gang rent a room from a blind man and his daughter and help them restore their farm. Another member of their gang arrives and orders their return, leading to a conflict. They like the farm so much, these mugs, that they don't want to go back to a life of crime. Distributed by Republic Pictures, the great serial producer, or distributor, I should say. Uh, Release date September 1st, 1937 in the US. Running time 64 minutes. Country United States and language English. Did I say I give this 2 out of 5 stars? I don't remember. But it was an alright redemption movie. It was about the same quality as the last movie that I watched. What was the last movie that I watched? Uh, Marlboro Man and something. Okay. Variety wrote romantic Meller in low gear, no marquee strength, carbon copy yarn, and ordinary performance, production, direction, and acting is pretty much what the story deserves. Charles Waldron, however, cashes in on the quiet possibilities of the blind man, while Bill, as the seeing eye pooch, is a fair successor to Rin Tin Tin. I was thinking Lassie, but Variety is thinking Rin Tin Tin. The Hollywood Reporter wrote a swell little cops and robbers picture with an out of the ordinary story. It is well acted, moves rapidly, and a tightly written script makes the improbable theme, regeneration of crooks by farm life, seem believable. Only for a short time in the middle does the film lag. Yeah, I found it boring and tedious, even at 50, what is it, 64 minutes. The monthly film bulletin wrote this film has a placid tempo. After a vigorous beginning, it has moments of excitement and moments of pathos, and the climaxes are well spaced and created. The characterization and development of the reform of the gangsters are well drawn and well brought out by the direction. I should mention that Nick is kind of caught up with this gang. Um, he's just a victim of circumstances. This Nick guy, pretty cool looking lobby card in color. A lot of recognizable faces in this. And anyways, I was saying Nick, he, he he comes from Pennsylvania without anything. It's the height of the Great Depression, I guess. And it's kind of like Scarlet Street in the sense that he saves a girl who's being roughed house by these men, and he ends up getting shot in the shoulder. And then a doctor patches up his shoulder, and a bunch of mugs show up, and they're being chased by the cops. So he has to tag along, and he's identified as being a member of the gang now. And then there's the when the car breaks down at the farmhouse, there's a dog called Rin Tin Tin, and no, there's a dog called uh, Bill, the seeing eye pooch, the blind man's helper. I think Bill is the highlight of this. No, actually, I take it back. So it gets a pretty decent 6 out of 10 on IMDb, only 263 ratings. Pretty for public films. Escape by Night, 1937, 1 hour, 12 minutes. Runyonesque crooks on the lam hide out on a blind man's pastoral farm, and they decide to go straight. User reviews. Here's the same kind of rating as what I gave, 4 out of 10 from Wes Connors, and there's a review attached to it on IMDb called "From the Night to the Light." This review on IMDb for Wes Connors is dated May 29, 2011. Not wanting to see a dame manhandled, tough Pennsylvania miner William Hall as Nick Allen assists streetwalking Steffi Duna as Josephine Joe Elliott during a disagreement with gangsters. A resulting ruckus leaves Mr. Hall taking both Miss Duna and a slug to the shoulder. Nursing his wound gets Hall involved with Dune's associates, a crime gang led by Dean Jagger as James Capper Regan. They are wanted for a recent murder, so Hall is chased along with Mr. Jagger, Ward Bond as Peter Spudsy Baker, and Murray Alper as Horace Red Graham. The gang, with Hall providing some cover, takes refuge at what turns out to be an idyllic farm, the kind of farm my son wants to live in. They hide out there with kindly blind Charles Waldron as Pop Adams and Bill, his resourceful German shepherd. The dog catches rabbits for the gang to eat. After thanking God, Hall finds romance with Waldron's pretty daughter, Ann Nagel, as Linda. Maybe Ann Nagel is the highlight of this movie. They enjoy sunbathing together, living on the farm, makes most of the criminal gangs good. They reform into nice citizens. They resist a potential lucrative return to former criminal ways. But will the police understand and forgive past sins? 4 out of 10 stars, Escape by Night, 9137, Hamilton McFadden, William Hall, Ann Nagel, Dean Jagger, and Sheffy Duna. Nobody's in the chat room. We'll keep going. More like this. The Man is News. The Girl Who Dared. Deer Murderer and the Panther's Claw. The tractor that Red repairs is a McCormick Deering T20 track tour, just over 150,000, no, 15,000 of these were produced between 1931 and 1939. Toward the end of Jagger's Cooper's character, oh man, what happened here? Toward the end, Jagger Cooper's character got attacked on Bill, the dog, and Nick. During the Jagger's hat got jarred a bit and knocked off. The first jarring showed something under the fedora. He fell back and hit the dirt. Then the hat came off, revealing a full head wig flop forward, hair side downward, showing the bald plate. Should have been cut. Very obvious. No comic mention either prior or after the rug. Nicholas Allen is quoted as saying, "I never did like to see a girl manhandled. Turn her loose." Isn't that nice of him? He goes to help the damsel in distress and he gets involved. He gets himself involved in a gang. I guess the moral of the story, along with Scarlet Street, is don't go around chasing every hussy who's being manhandled by her gangster boyfriend. Release date September 1st, 1937. United States. Country of origin, United States. Language, English, also known as Fools in Paradise. Filming locations, Republic Studios, Hollywood, Los Angeles, California, USA. The studio. Then the production company is Republic Pictures. See, I was correct. Republic Pictures did produce 40 serials. The runtime is 1 hour, 12 minutes, 72 minutes. Of course, it's in glorious black and white, and the aspect ratio is 1.37 to 1. Now, going down my list, I've got number 1, Paths of Glory, 1957. And number 2 is something in German. I can't even read this. God's Mighty Servant, 2011. And then we've got Running Red, 1999. So those are the next 3 on my list. I'll try to get through at least Paths of Glory, 1957 today. And then we'll work on this long God's Mighty Servant. This one is 180 minutes. That's 3 hours. So I got to sit through another 3-hour movie on Pius XII's secretary tomorrow. And my son is still addicted to his phone. We haven't talked much, but he did serve the altar today. So he's keeping out of trouble, I guess, even though he lost $70,000 in pretend money on horses. All right. So he liked the pork ribs yesterday. He actually ate the pork ribs and the inside of the uh, cornbread and a little bite of pie, I guess. We're going to have to finish that pie. Maybe I'll have a little pie for dinner. All right. Um, my Fidelity brokerage account was up 0.43%, $761.82. But looks like I have enough money for the next 2 weeks to spend on gas and groceries. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm in the best shape of my life financially, obviously, with $814,247.03 in all my accounts except for my life insurance. With the life insurance added, it's more like 850,000, I think. And also, I've got 20,000 in my savings. It's saying on here that I only got 8,997. That's not correct. I think there's about 10,000 missing from that. So I think my total assets are about 860,000. Doing pretty good. Got 26,000, no, 28,000 in my 401k, which I just started about a year and a half ago. Yeah, so it's been a wild ride. Just 2 months ago, stayed in a homeless shelter with $9,000 in my checking account. And, in my money market, $9,000. And then boom, I got the settlement money, and I've been pretty good about protecting my assets here. I've only lost about 10,000 maybe in the past month and a half. So I should be able to recoup some of that on Monday. And we'll just keep plugging away. Hopefully I can get back to where, at least on the brokerage account side, I've lost 10,000. But I'm adding more to my 401k every 2 weeks. So it's kind of a wash right now, but I will make a profit on my most speculative investment, the one that I'm getting the 6.5% lender's fee. Oh, it went down to 6.375%. Keeps going down every day. All right. Well, there it is. My third review this week, or I guess it's my fourth review this week. We'll work on number 5 later this afternoon. Thanks for watching. Comment in the description, under the description, please. Laters.